overcame fear by mastering my art.
Okay.
Yes, and mastering what I'm good at doing. I know my weaknesses and I know my strength. So I just kept doing what I love to do, how I want to do it. And I had to choose a particular way. But the highest fear I overcame is not talking to people. It's being who God wanted me to be. Because I felt like I will not be accepted by people. There are a lot of things that I don't do. I'm not boastful about it, but I just know that there are some people like the Samsons. There are some people like the Ezekiels. You know, there are some people that must live away. There are some people that everybody does this thing. Like, I don't drink, not because of church. I've never tasted alcohol, not because of church, not because of anything that's to do with Bible. But I just felt within me that don't do it. And those things are the highest fear I overcame. I know right up to date, many people I'm a pastor too. And many people are like, how are you a pastor? Yeah, I know, like, wow. How come you're a pastor? Why did you choose gospel? I have not done secular music before coming to gospel. I just did it. And people are like, no, you know, rap skills and Nicki Minaj, so Askia. Oh, it's good, praise God for them, but that's not me. So I just have to be me, overcoming the whole stigma of everybody saying that, you know, you'd have gone far, like the normal thing I get. You know, if you could I could just give you a collabo with Salatier, with Mr. Dio, and I'm looking at them, I'm not saying that they're good, you know, but this is not me. For me to be who I am is the highest fear I could overcome. Because everybody always has something negative to say. You're a model, why don't you do this? I don't wear pants bra on stage, but I've showcased a lot of designs. And you call me sometimes. I remember in 2017, I don't know which company was that produces condom. They contacted me to use my pictures naked, like to showcase. They offered a lot of money, and that was so real. And I've never been confused like that here. You know, being in a house where they don't even support what you do, and then facing educational challenges, being rejected by people you feel that you love you, and then having to be selected by someone like that.
Yeah.
That, oh my God, I'm like, Father, why? You see, so it took me a lot. When I sit sometimes, I think of that money, I'm like, wow, so I've been rich. But everything has their time, and everybody has their process. So I can't fit myself into someone else's circle. So that money was definitely not for me. But there was someone else that I've gotten it already. So that's the highest thing I overcame, by being myself. And I'm proud about it. Yeah, they say a lot of things about me and negatively. You should have done it like this. I think if you connected with this person, I think if you, like, I remember one time, which magazine, I will not call the name. They told me for my face to be on that magazine, I have to do all the whole stuff, you know, you have a camera, you have the face for the market, whatever thing, and then you have to just compromise. I'm an actress too, and I have movies, like a lot of challenges. But being me, and they tell me, oh, now that, you know the one show skin for film, you the show say now I carry God. I'm not showing that I carry God. I'm just showing myself. This is me and you are you. Do it your way, and that's why the society is big enough to accommodate everybody.
I actually had a friend back then at the university. She likes me very much back then. But the auntie and uncle whom she lived with against it. And they told her that if she goes into any competition, they will throw her out of the house. So she had to opt for the moment. Like, what do you have to say about these stereotypes? Is it real? Because some people are shy. We don't want to go into modeling because of what they heard.
I would just tell any family that speaks to the child, I'm like, if you look at me, you let your child be a model. That's what I would say, because not because I've lived the best kind of life, so not because I've been too decent, I've done mistakes and all that thing. But it's just been their stereotype for the fear, which I don't blame them. It's actually a very risky field. And I tell anybody, I train models for catwalk and all that thing. I tell them, if you don't define who you are, we in the community will define you for you. And we will tell you who we want you to be. So you need to tell us who you are. if you tell us that, like, I've been to many competitions. I remember the first time I emerged in, when I studied marketing in HIC in Bambali. I went in for that competition that year to be the Miss HIC. After that, I think that was back then 2016. And then I went in for Miss Azam Hotel at my 19. So I came out as a winner for being a brand ambassador of Azam Hotel. And people are like, what did you do? Come on, I didn't do anything. I just studied and then I did what I should do to win. I don't necessarily need to sleep with any jury. I don't need to curry favors. And then I think in 2019, I went in for Miss Christian Cameroon. I emerged as Evangelical Queen Cameroon at that time. Yeah, somebody will say you won that because it's Christian. I won it because I deserve that position. I was not the best, but at least I qualified to win. And then I've won a lot of crowns, Miss Mice Cameroon, Pan-African Queen. I'm currently the Miss Peace Global Ambassador of Cameroon. And I'm going in for Unique Queen Africa in August, that's in Nigeria. So, you know, there are criteria. Look for the pageant that accepts you. I'm not that tall like every model. Like sometimes when someone looks at me like, how did you become a model? I know models should be tall. That's why I study extra hard to do the things that the tall ones don't do. Majority of the models are not intelligent. And trust me, I'm super smart. Yeah.
Oh my.
So yes, there are models that just know how to showcase their bodies. What are you showing us on your nakedness? What do I do with that? Like, what am I supposed to do with your skin? Seriously, all of us have bodies.
Yeah.
So, tell us something. I look at modeling from, oh my God, I look at modeling from having something that someone looks up to. So, being a model is not necessarily who walks on stage. It's who has something inside. That's why you hear people say role models. Because they are role models, they're models. So it's not necessarily who walks on stage and can walk on heels and wear dress and poses and do all that thing. It's just a stigma that people feel so insecure because it's very exposed. And the role models have to be slim, they have to be smooth, they have to be whatever thing that they think, but that is not true. So that's not true. They're just scared. But don't be scared. Talk to your child. You know, if you bring up a child rightly, the child will have a right way to grow, that just like the Bible says. I know, for me, I wouldn't really say that I had the best upbringing, but I chose the way I had to be brought up. So I defined myself in my career. So anybody that is scared for their child or their sister or their friend not to be a model is literally either because that person in question gives them the reason to feel. So the person should define it for them.
That's interesting. Now, looking at music and modeling, how has modeling influenced your music career?
In a very good way. There are people that know I'm an artist because they knew me first as a model. There are people that know me as an artist because they knew me as an actress. So, like, modeling is one of that thing that has given me grounds out of Cameroon, like international grounds. It's not music. It's actually modeling. But music is, to me, that career is above my modeling career, like being prioritized. But modeling is the thing that has stepped me up. Like me being the face of Mama Africa, it was not through music, it was through modeling, and then you discover I'm an artist. Being Miss Mice, and then you discover I'm an artist. So it just helps me, and even in my music, I show off my modeling. Like the last song I released, Our Father, that song, I decided to change the tide of rap. Like, I'm always supposed to be in hoodies, I'm supposed to wear one face cap and some hip boots and some this. I decided to dress in an African way in the entire video. Putting on African fabrics, not putting on the usual trousers and stuffs. And that sold me as a model, as an artist as well.
Well, that's interesting. Is to say that we can actually blend two or more things so far as those things will positively influence what we are pursuing.
Right.
Yeah, you choose music over secular music and other genres of music. Like, why did you choose gospel music? And what is the purpose of your music?
I choose, thank you for that. I actually choose gospel music because of, anyways, gospel music, gospel means the good news. So I must not necessarily sing Jesus Christ to give you the good news. So, but I prioritize what I sing, and I prioritize my content because of the people. Every song has a targeted audience. I do humanitarian songs, like I sang a song for Africa. I love culture. I sang a song for Africa. I didn't necessarily do it. People feel that gospel music just has to do with Jesus Christ.
Hallelujah.
Being hallelujah. That is it. But there are musics that touch your soul in a positive way. You know, the way you receive it in your spirit, that is the gospel. So, like for example, you being hungry and me giving you food is the gospel. You get it right. So I choose the gospel primarily because of what God did for me. And I told myself that despite what the society might want me to be, I know He kept me. I really don't have so much good stories for childhood. But I thank God because it was just a process to get me to where He's still taking me to, because I've not forgotten them. So me doing gospel, what He did for me, sometimes I'm like, why don't you just stop the attention they do some Boko Rap movie? And then I ask myself, after you do the Boko Rap and then you do this, do that, then you go to your house, so what next? But if you can sit in your house and then you remember a line of my song, when you are in something, I've preached to you already. Being it, whether Jesus said it or what did not say it. But that is the good news. So that is why I choose gospel. Like, I have the song, He Gave His Life. Someone told me that that's a very bad song. The song chorus, Christ gave up His life and many take it for a joke. Yeah, many take it for a joke. And if you treat it like a joke, He will leave you like it's fun. So someone said that song is too harsh. Yes, it is. But how can I twist it for you? I can't. It just came and I wrote it. But now you like so dope. Don't check out my life, so dope, my swag. And at the end of the day, and I tell you that the child is opening its mouth, and if you're not ready, it's going to swallow you. And now you tell me it's harsh. So I just choose gospel. That is gospel for me. Find no be face. Magnify not for hard. If you check, say day, not for face. I beg gives face. I beg gives face. And you listen to this phrase. A character they talk, so lock your mouth. True beauty is from up, no me for damn it come. Or find and get a meaning out of it. Your life will have a meaning if you stick to the word. It is all about your heart, your knowledge na power. Some people say they know. Forget that kind of power, now they say we get to know. Money to na power. I get to talk my own, but na knowledge you give money, no money to give knowledge. That's what I never know.